So now that we have, well, with the changes we did for our serialization, we kind of broke up the inventory again. Okay, so let's go and see what all this fuzz is about. So when you load an item, you have an ID where the runtime item, where we search from the ID, the stored ID, and we call for that item, and then we just update the hook. Of course, there is nothing in here. This comes out as null, so there is no base item, and that is because the get runtime item from ID cannot return the runtime item. So if we put a breakpoint to this and attach it, we will see that either the ID is null or that we are accessing it with an instance ID instead of instead of name of the ID. So so we're not accessing it with the instance ID, we're accessing it with the actual ID, but the get runtime item from ID is looking at the instance IDs. So that's our first issue there. So we should change this from load item to look for the instance ID instead of the item ID. So we have our random item on our list down here, and then, well, I think instead of item ID, if we just change this to instance ID, that should do it. Or at least one part, that should do it. Let's see. Sort of. It sort of did. Okay. So the other problem that you might have noticed is that we actually don't have any items, but let's delete profile and save data and hit play, and let's see if I don't know if it was because we had errors, which it seems to be that way. It didn't actually save, or it overwrite with null values, and that's why we didn't have an item before. So I'm going to change this, and from what we can see, we actually have, that actually just works fine. But as you can see, we can have multiple of the same item. We can just reuse it multiple times in multiple slots, which of course is not something we want for this. Okay, so when we're loading an item, we should be checking if, or we can save if the runtime slot is actually saved on a slot. So let's say load items on slot, don't close slot. Okay. What's that? Yeah, for this we just load all the slots we have. So let's look through the inventory. Open this up. Main panel, right hand slots. And yeah, we have this where we get the stored ID, the index. I think we're doing this through the, we're doing this through here. We have all our right hand slots. Okay, so whenever we save, well, we can actually just save the UI slot on the runtime item, and we can say public UI slot slot or current slot. Then let's do this as UI slot current slot. Let's do a member variable over here, and we're going to say get well, just return the current slot and set if current slot is not null. Current slot will be the value, but if current slot is not null, then current slot dot load item without an ID. But let's see if we have an unload. We don't. Okay, so I can hook for image. I think we have the unload from here. Update icon hook. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back. I'm going to say icon hook, or let's actually write the logic. I'm going to say public void unload item. Okay, stored ID will be nothing. Then icon hook dot update icon hook with null. Back to the inventor manager and back to the UI slot. Actually, no. Where were we? Random item. Dot unload item. Okay, so now we need to save which slot we are actually using for this. So on the inventory, or well, the UI inventor manager, when we load the items from this method, where we don't have any other, from what I can see, open select item dialog. Oh, okay, maybe with this, yeah, maybe this is a kind of an issue. Okay, because this is coming from the navigate manager, this will create all of them. Okay, so we use them in two places. So here's what we're going to do. We're also going to add bool. Oh, don't close empty entries. If this is true, I believe we are in the, yeah, I believe if this is true, then that means we are in the base area and this screen of the inventory rather than the select item. So let's test that, and then we're going to say if don't close empty entries, then on the item you have, the UI slot or the current slot will be the UI slot we have above. Let's test this. Let's see if that's true. Okay, let's close the inventory and we'll start with this. Okay, let's delete these two. Yeah, I think our save files might be getting corrupt for some reason, but it could be because we had multiple IDs to save, and yeah, that kind of didn't work. Okay, so that didn't actually work. So let's do this for each case we have. Let's do it for every slot we have. Let's do current slot. If current slot is not null, allowed item. Okay. Although I think that's going to be a problem because we are going to change that. So let's see. Let's delete them as well. So we know they're not corrupted. Okay, let's open this up. Yeah, okay, that worked, but here's it is. It worked, but here's the problem. They actually unload from this part as well. So obviously we don't want that. So back to the UI Inventor Manager, or well, from this, we should be changing this down here, or we should be doing it as an apply. So for example, when we say on apply, icon hook, target image, yeah, when we actually going to apply this on your our player profile, let's see what we have on the icon hook. We save the target item, target image. Let's see where this is getting called from. I think this will be it. On apply, sprite, target item, target item. Oh, we also have the target item on the icon hook. So we should cancel this as well, which means on our load items or on our runtime item, on our unload item, let's see, the target item is null, target image we close it, but we should also make null our target item. Okay, that will take care of one of those things. Then whenever we hit apply now, let me see what we have in here. Well, I'm actually thinking. Select item. Okay, have your store. Well, this is kind of pointless. We don't really need this. So delete it. Index at 0 is left. You have your slot. On apply, replace the item. Okay. So when we replace the item, we replace sprite, we replace the item, and we replace the stored ID, where we could do stored or replacer. No, we are placing from one slot to the other. Yeah, okay. So that's not it. So on apply player profile, we have a store ID. We will have to find the we will have to find the item again. So our store ID is saved over here. So we can save the runtime, or let's save the inventory manager first of all. So let's put input manager, singleton, controller, inventory manager. Then we can replace this. Update runtime item on list weapon is left. We only have the index and the instance ID. So we do have the stored index. Get random item from ID. That changes this on the local, okay, so we don't really need that, but we do get the index. Yeah, we do get the index, so we get the random item. So let's just pass the UI slot as well to this. Well, this is kind of pointless now, but we could do past this. Then on the new item, current slot, UI slot. Let's try this. Yeah, let's delete the profile data and the saved data. I'm sure we are saving some IDs that aren't real IDs. So yeah, okay. It doesn't work for the first one, which is getting loaded from, yeah, which we have to load. Oh, and the other problem we have is that the same, if we add it on the same one, or if we add it, yeah, okay. So when we're loading back an item, let me actually show you what I mean. So I'm going to select the third on my event, the third slot. Okay, so I'm picking this up. Then I'm going to move this sort over here, but the third one, the icon is closed. If I go back again on the third one and add it, it still remains closed. So when we do load over here, okay, we're going to say enabled equals true. Okay, so that will fix that, but let's see the first one when we change that. I think we're missing some, we have a little bit of decoupling that we shouldn't over there. Delete that, then let's see what we could do. Well, this has to be from the init of our inventory manager. And because the first time we add this, first time we init, I believe we are not saving the UI slot. Okay, we have our create item instance. Okay, we add all of them in the dictionary. Yeah, ignore the consumables. Update the references from profile. Okay, start and close. Okay, that is not really that much important. We have our load weapon. Okay, so when we open our inventory manager, then we do load items, get right hand items from weapon. Well, you know what? Let's just say bool force or store to slot. And I'm actually going to remove this, so we have to force a new, we're going to have to check manually every time we call this. So on this one, we had it, the second one was at false. This basically will be false and false. Okay, then on our UI inventory manager, then we want this to be true and true. So if store to slot, then li current slot equals UI slot. Let's try this again. So I think we were actually correct previously that we did it with the same variable. And yeah, that works perfectly. Well, for the most part, I guess. Yeah, okay. We still have the problem that it doesn't load, it doesn't open the icon. And that is why, let's see. Oh, I think I know why. Because yeah, okay. No. Because it's the same variable, this unloads the item on from the same slot we had before, yeah. So that should be, let's change that. Update runtime references, current slot. At least for this one, this will be up here. Well, up here. Okay, because even if it unloads the first, it should open it back again. Let's try this one more time. I think that should do it for this problem, I mean. Yeah, we do have the problem with the saves. I'm going to have to check why we're getting no. Okay. Oh, we're still having the same issue, and that is probably. Let's try on apply. Store ID on apply. Let's go one step below. Replace item on store slot. Okay, let's see. Well, let's see where else we use load item. And we don't. What? Let's see this. One is here. Load item is this ID. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if we do this, if we remove this, we're going to start getting duplicate again. But the icon, the image itself, is going to be. Oh, come on. It's going to be saved. It's going to be enabled. Yeah. We do have the duplicates, but we can replace it. So it is indeed there. We just need to find the correct place, the correct order for this. Where do we have the positions? We have two places where we do that. And I think it's coming from this. That's what I believe. And yeah, because update random item on list of weapon is happening after. Yeah, it's happening after we update our own. Yeah, so cut this, paste this, and let's do icon hook dot load item icon hook dot update icon hook with the item, which will be this item, and this is pointless, I guess. Icon hook, yeah, and this will load the target item, and we can save the stored ID over here. Okay, so this will run first, which means it's going to update the references on our images. It's going to close them, and then we're just going to reopen them again. Okay, and I guess not okay. We got the error. Let's see what this error is. New item. Update random item list. Okay, so why this is having a problem? Oh, yeah, because the stored ID is the old one. First of all, stored ID index. Okay, let's try this now. Yeah, perfect. That's it pretty much. We now have instance items, and we are using them instance ID to actually place them onto our inventory. So I'm going to put that over there, and I'm going to say change. And okay, we have one issue. We are not clearing the previous items we have on our lists. Okay, we should have only had one fireball. And let's see then. When we apply on our player profile, we say update. Yeah, we're not clearing the previous one then. The instance ID, current slot, get runtime item from ID. We get the instance ID. We apply the new slot, but we don't know if this was on a previous index. Okay, so before we update a runtime item on list, we're going to have to clear one of these, which is somewhat easy. Void clear runtime item reference, if any, of course. Then we will have to do integer index of, and then we're going to say left hand weapons dot index of. Oh, we don't have. Oh, yeah, okay, we do have it. Random item index of item. I'm not sure what this is going to return, if it's going to return a 0 or -1. So let's see. Yeah, the method returns -1 if the character or string is not found in the instance. Okay, that's exactly what we need. So if index of is not -1, that means it belongs in this list. Then that means it's already in that list, not belongs. Index of, set this to null. Then exactly the same thing, copy that, and without the definition, and change this to right hand weapons, index of item, index of. Okay, so clear random item. Oops, not null, the new item. So if it was previously in any of these links, it's going to clear them. It's going to clear the reference. Okay, so let's delete the saves, and I think we might not have a problem anymore with the data being corrupted because we are updating the references. Okay, so I can change. I can put them here, and I'll move this down here, and then I only have, yeah, okay, now we're talking. Now we have the correct IDs. We have some mirroring problems with the animations, but whatever. We can fix those later. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it for this. We do have now a functional inventory. We are missing the consumables, which are incremental rather than, rather than how the runtime items exist in this world. So we'll try the consumables on a later part. So that's it for this part. As always, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and if you like to see more stuff, more videos, actually let's test if we get the correct items. Yeah, we do, in the correct places. Yeah, awesome. So as always, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and if you like to see more stuff, more videos, more series, more of everything, then of course consider supporting my Patreon so we can keep making all of these nice and beautiful things we're making. I'll see you next time.